do you know about generational wealth? You got it?
No, I don't have it, so I'm trying to generate my own wealth.
Is that wealth passed on by an older generation to a younger one?
Okay, you got it.
Try to build it myself,
90% of the wealth in the world is inherited.
I guess being able to pass down something to your future generations, essentially, right? So whether it's property or actual money, but assets of some sort.
Hey guys, we're back with another episode of Building Better with Brandon. Today we're in the heart of downtown Toronto, in front of our favorite bank, TD. With our guy, Jermaine from TD. How you doing?
I'm good, Brandon.
This is your first Building Better.
It is. Happy to be here, though.
Well, I'm happy you're here because on this episode we're talking about generational wealth. And I know it's a big topic for a lot of people, but I want to just start off, what is your definition of generational wealth?
Generational wealth is the accumulating and transferring of assets. For example, if you've got an investment, if you've got a house, if you have a cottage, anything, any asset or anything that appreciates in value over time, you want as an individual to be able to pass that to people of your choice.
Now that's kind of like your role at TD. You help facilitate those things for people who kind of walk into the branch and so forth, right?
Yes, correct. So my role, I'm a financial planner. I work with individuals who have investable assets.
So like, what are you hearing from people? Like, are you noticing that there's like a shift in energy from people saying like, how do I get this? How do I start building this?
Yeah, so more people are starting, I think, at a younger age.
Yeah.
Before, people always thought of wealth as old money. There's more awareness now of the fact that money, money makes money,
right.
to say the least. And so people are more concerned about how do I get my money to work for me, right? People are realizing that if I work and wait until pension, if I go all the way till 65, and that's the time I, get serious about thinking about retirement, it's too late.
Do you ever get a chance to experience like the benefits of generational wealth?
Not yet, I would say. Like, my parents are immigrants and they're both still living, and they're still have a lot to live.
Yeah, I have it. My parents helped me with my down payment for my condo.
How important was that for you?
It wouldn't have been possible for me to get a condo without their help.
Seeing like my mom or my grandma do everything they can to support us as a family, even when we didn't have a nice, cozy bank account. Yeah. So I definitely don't feel it's an excuse to just pack it in and give up on life as a whole. So do everything I can to make sure my future family doesn't have to go through the same struggles that we went through.
My mom got disabled at a very early age, so a lot of responsibility. You have to learn, pay your own way through school, just figure things out a lot on your own.
There's layers to this conversation about generational wealth, and for some marginalized communities, it might not be there. Yeah. I mean, have you experienced that yourself?
So my parents actually came to Canada. They immigrated here to Canada looking for a better opportunity from Jamaica.
Okay,
yeah.
Say.
And so they came here looking for opportunities.
Yeah.
So really for them, it was more so about just working and saving. They didn't understand what generational wealth, and there were opportunities at that time that perhaps they could have tapped into had they had the knowledge, right? But they didn't. So they've essentially just kind of worked and given us the opportunity, my siblings and I, to be able to take what they built on, turn it into a better education, and now we have the knowledge, so we're able to put it together, the knowledge, the information, better careers. They probably won't have a lot of assets to pass to us from what they have, but because of the opportunities that they've created, we'll have far more assets to pass to our children.
What strategies are you using to try to build it yourself?
A lot of personal development, becoming the best person that I can be so I can be the best employee, and then hopefully maybe build something of my own on the side.
Just with the cost of living, like, we have 2 kids, I think we're good. I always thought I wanted 3, but I don't think our current GTA living is made for 3 for us, so.
Try to be responsible with the privilege that I have so that I don't waste it. Saving money or not spending lavishly.
I am in school, so I hope that through whatever I get through school, whatever job I get, maybe I can create some kind of wealth.
What are some key factors that people should keep in mind if they want to build generational wealth?
Yeah, it's going to come down to, I think, 3 keys. Knowledge. You have to determine what you need to do to build and sustain the wealth. And this is where a financial planner will come in or can be valuable, someone who actually is equipped with the information. Secondly, it's going to be consistency. You're going to need to have that ability, that determination to stick to wealth building habits once you've actually started and really stay on track. Your planner will be able to put a plan in place for you, and now you've got to use that as a guiding document to sort of continue on your goals and use it as an opportunity to check where you are in terms of your wealth journey. And then there's the last piece is the actual planning, ensuring that you put plans in place that whatever wealth you've accumulated goes directly to the people of your choice.
How
right?
important is that part?
Incredibly, like the most important. Because if not, what happens, you'll accumulate the wealth and then you may not have a proper plan in place. Perhaps half of it goes to taxes or some of it goes to the government, or it just ends up somewhere where you didn't plan for it to end up. Right, and that can now, instead of passing or building generational wealth, it actually will hamper the next generation from being able to take on better opportunities.
You know, in so many of your conversations, I know you have a lot of these type of conversations. What is the biggest fear people have when they're talking about this?
Just that they won't have enough. So people are worried and concerned about just not even having enough right now in their life, but they're also worried that in the future, you know, whoever's coming after me, whether it be my children, my grandchildren, friends, or whatever institution or group that people want to pass their wealth to, they're worried that there won't be enough, right? And that's where I think timing is incredibly important. The time to act is now. If you're interested in building generational wealth, you need to start right away.
I love what you said. The timing is now, and what better place to start than talking with folks right here at TD. In fact, we're going to be bringing our girl Latanya back here on the show to start talking about the resources you can access.
So I do have a financial planner, and he has told me, you know, Natasha, you need to get a will.
Have you got one?
No,
Natasha, bye.
because it's not at the top of my list.
But I mean, anything could happen. You could cross the street right now, God forbid, and like.
Then my beneficiary would
Put that on paper though?
Yes, it's on papers. It's on my policies, but it's not in a will.
She's back. Latanya, I want to just give you a
Oh,
good to see you.
Good to be back. Good to be back. Thanks for
I
having me.
know, and I love that we're in your guys' courtyard.
Oh yes. Oh yes. Welcome.
Okay, so we want to know everything that TD has to offer in terms of resources to build generational wealth. But I just want to know, like, from you, because you have kids, you have a family. What does generational wealth mean to you?
Generational wealth really speaks to my ability personally to build enough assets and cash where I'm able to leave a lasting legacy to my children and also prepare them better for the future that's coming.
Speaking of building, how much money do you actually need to start to build?
So you can start with any amount. To be honest, it's not the amount that you start with, it's the consistency over time.
Oh,
Yes.
that part.
And the earlier you begin,
Yeah.
the better your chances of stacking enough funds in the latter seasons. There's something called time value of money. And once you understand that, then you'll understand that you have opportunities to grow your money over time.
Time is of the essence, in the words of Thames.
Indeed, indeed.
So, resource-wise, right? Like, you know I love TD. What resources are available to people like me or anybody watching?
So we have the Black Customer Experience strategy that enables TD to leverage its services and support within the Black community in particular. Part of that strategy is where TD has expanded its reach through a network of managers, leaders, and personal bankers, where they are trained to give elevated advice to the Black community and to support them on their investing and banking journey. And because of this, we're supporting the removal of obstacles that are usually faced by minorities within banking.
So how do you overcome those obstacles?
So within the training and development, we actually do financial literacy sessions within our Black communities.
Oh, are
and
you
we
serious?
also partner and sponsor some organizations that actually support the Black client experience as well.
Wow, and by the way, for anybody looking for more information on the Black customer experience, we'll put that link in the description below. Obviously, this is such an essential program for so many people. You are seeing firsthand how transformative it is for people's lives. What are the stories you're hearing from some of those folks?
So we actually have many success stories coming out of especially TD's focus on what we call the Black Entrepreneurship Credit Access Program.
Yeah.
Where we're allowing Black clients who are new to business or have operating businesses access additional cash or credit for cash flow purposes. And what is happening is that it's generating accessibility for them with purchasing essentials or covering just the cash flow requirements for the business in the short term, and it allows them to free themselves up to continue building their business out.
You as a mom, are you starting to have these conversations with your kids?
Oh, for sure. The biggest loop in the education system is not having a financial literacy course that children or kids need to, undertake.
Yeah.
So in my particular situation, I
Yeah.
give my children an allowance and I allow them to budget and make decisions around purchases and what they need to hold back, especially, for example, one of them, their birthday is coming up in June.
Okay.
And he has plans to get a particular gadget and he wants our support. So I'm saying 50-50. Let's see how many chores you can complete so that you can earn your 50%.
Yeah.
And then we'll match your 50%, whatever that is, before your birthday.
Have you thought about future estate planning?
Estate planning, like when I die?
Yeah. Not to get morbid out here.
No.
Thank goodness we're doing this interview. Future wife is like, what?
Roughly know what it is. Haven't thought too much of it other than just having a will, I guess.
You have a will?
We do have a will, yeah.
Right. So you're already doing other things that need to get done.
Yeah, with kids now, like you have to, right?
I do believe she is the beneficiary if God forbid something were to happen to me. And
Have you put that down on paper?
no, not yet.
Okay, so we're gonna have to start.
Yeah, so we'll have to talk about this off camera, but yeah, we'll figure it out.
Can we talk about estate planning? Because
Sure.
I feel like it's an important subject that doesn't get talked about enough. What is estate planning?
So estate planning is really putting steps in place to ensure that the things that you've earned or accumulated over time will transition or pass to the next generation based on your wishes. And usually people do this through what is called a will. And the will gives directives about your personal wishes and who you'd like to, I'd say, bless with the assets and cash that you have.
Is there a particular age you have to be to even start thinking about a will?
Oh no, as early as you would like.
Yeah.
Once you have things that you'd like to pass on, it's important to put those wishes in place and in writing.
So when you kind of look to the future for yourself, right, and for your family, and I want to bring it back to the generational wealth conversation, like, what is your vision? What ultimately do you want to leave for your kids?
So my personal vision is, more than anything, ensuring that my children have enough information.
Yeah.
And information isn't static. So it's very important that outside of, listening to people within your group, that you contact the professionals. So at TD, we have in chair people like Jermaine who are financial planners. We have financial advisors or personal bankers in our branch network. And also you can visit our website to find the financial planner or the personal banker nearest you to begin that conversation. And having that information and accessibility will help you on your journey to meeting your goals.
You're so right, Latanya. It starts with a conversation,
Yes.
just like the conversation we're having right here.
Yeah, exactly.
Always good to see you.
Aww.
You're gonna come
Always
back
a
next
pleasure.
time?
Of course.
Yes. Thank you so much, Latanya. Thanks so
you.
much, Jermaine. And again, for all of the information, all of the resources, we got the links in the description below. Hey, it's BG, and I want to know, what do you think about what you just watched? Make sure to drop your thoughts in the comments below, but also make sure to check out even more great content like this video and this video over here. And if you haven't subscribed to the Brandon Gona Show, do so right now by clicking this button right here.